Demystifying Data Analytics and Visualization, I would like to introduce today's resource person, Dr. Sunil Job Sir. He is a highly accomplished academician with 25 plus years of experience. He also has a proven track record in curriculum development at college and university level, and also with administrative experience as principal at college level. He is also an active blogger on topics related to education and IT, and has acted as a supervisor and a consultant of various educational programs, and as a resource person for national conferences on data science, machine learning and artificial intelligence, and now heading Academic Solution Division of IPSR, which is developing academic products for universities and colleges. I welcome you, sir. Before moving to the session, let me have a brief introduction on IPSR Solutions Limited. We are an award-winning public limited IT company that has been delivering high-performance IT training to students as well as corporates for the past 21 years. The company, led by a group of dynamic entrepreneurs and prominent academicians, and has 5 branches across Kerala. Our world-class training team includes industry experts with 19 plus years of experience and also architect-level certified professionals. The division of IPSR include software product development, training, placement, and digital marketing services. Some of our highlights include: during the last 2 decades, IPSR has worked with over 250 academic organizations, which includes universities, autonomous colleges, technical and non-technical institutions. We are the world's leading Red Hat training partner, received 37 awards from Red Hat for delivering quality training in India and overseas. We are expert in corporate training, faculty development programs, technology seminars, workshops, induction training programs, internships, and career support. We have facilitated training for candidates from 50 plus countries, including America, Europe, Africa, Middle East, the Far East, and Australia. We have delivered free online training to 8,000 plus candidates during this pandemic period through our learning management system. We are pioneer in development of academic solution products ranging from simple websites to complex software applications that help to manage academic and operational activities like question paper generation, campus automation, accreditation process, and outcome-based education. So let's move on. I welcome Sunil sir once again to start the session. Over to you, sir.
As we have already said is that is on demystifying the data analytics and visualization. We know that data analytics, machine learning, and AI are the technology of this current century, which is having an unprecedented growth. But still, there are a lot of ambiguities and confusions regarding the basic elements of data analytics and visualizations. So let us try to demystify it. That is, remove the ambiguity regarding the basic concepts of data analytics and visualization through this section. And we shall try to present the same by some few stories, some interesting stories about like anecdote, to bring clarity to the concept related to the data analytics and visualizations. And I think let us really go into the segment and find what is there waiting for you to demystify the concepts. So let me first share the presentation. That to demystify is to remove the ambiguity or remove the confusions and bring the concepts to clarity. So that is what we are going to do in this segment, in this webinar sections. So the agenda for this segment will be, we'll be just trying to make some demystification on the concepts related to data analytics. We'll be trying to analyze on what are the different types of data analytics. And obviously, EDA process and CDA process are something very common in data analytics. EDA is exploratory data analytics, and CDA is confirmatory data analytics. We will also go into what is EDA and what is CDA. And the most interesting part of this segment will be the use case on data analytics using Tableau. So we'll be going through two use cases on how we can apply Tableau in order to get the data visualizations. And we'll be also just reflecting on the benefits of data analytics in business scenario, the roles and responsibilities of data analyst. And something which we are still confused is that, what is the difference between data analyst and a data scientist? What makes the real difference? So there also we will try to make some demystification regarding the concept of what is the role of data analyst and what is the role of data scientist. And also let's have some analytics on what is the learning part of data analytics and machine learning if you are really interested in this sector. So this is what we are going to actualize through this segment. So now let us try to demystify this concept of data analytics. So for that, I am inviting you for a virtual shop. We will be going to a shoe mart for selection of a set of sports shoes. So we know that if you are going to a big store, definitely there will be a lot of a variety of items will be displayed. So when we are entering into a big store, and if you want to make the best deal out of this big store, then definitely you have to enter into the shoes of a better analyst to get the better product. So now let us see what is happening in this process of selection of the best product from a bigger store and how the data analytics is being applied there knowingly and unknowingly. So now this is the store that we are going to visit, and I think that you will also come along with me. And let us see what is the process that is going to happen in purchasing of issues. So what is my intention? I've made it clear that I want to purchase a set of sports shoes. That is my goal. So I am entering into this shoe mart. So what is the data that I could have in this shoe mart? Definitely each pair of footwear or shoes which is being displayed in the this shoe mart is considered as data. So if I want to get the best deal, what should I do? I have to analyze this data completely. I again repeat, if I want to get the best deal, that means I want to go through each and every from announcements it's been going on. That is, if you want to make the best deal out of it, definitely we want to make a better analytic, go through the different variant, the different variables related to these variables. That is something very important. So now let us step into this shoe mart. Definitely when you go into the shoe mart, definitely there will be some person will be coming to you. The salespersons will be coming to you to give you an investigation and insight into the different data which has been available here. As a data analyst, when I enter into the shoe of a data analyst, I will consider each shoe as a piece of data. So the person who comes to me and asks me, what is your requirement? He will be the person that guides you through the shoe mart for getting the different variety of shoes. So then definitely we will say that, so what are the category of data what are the speciality of data, what are the variables, variants of data which has been available there. Definitely he will be start elaborating on. That is, there will be, you can go through these slides. That is, we have a good range of formal shoes, casual shoes, sport shoes, the different variety in of the shoes which has been available. He will be explaining about that. Then he will be saying that I am looking for the men sport shoe. So definitely he will say that there are both men footwears and women footwears which is been specifically displayed in different ranges. Then I will be just asking, I want some trendy shoes which has been coming up. So definitely he will be explaining on there are trendy shoes available here, then the existing stocks and some old patterns which has been available here. So he will be describing on that variable, that is whether it is trendy or existing or old pattern. So now I'm more concerned about my pockets, because what about the pricing of these shoes? So definitely he will be just explaining about the different ranges. You say that we have got very economical shoes that starts right from the rupees 100 to 10,000. So that is in the collections. So again, he explains about the different prices of the shoes. So that is a very important variable. And often he says that, of course, it's going to be a festival season that's been coming up. That is Vishu and Easter is coming up. So we have got a special discount for our shoes. So the different shoes we may be having different discounts. So we'll be elaborating about the different discounts which is being available for the shoes. Then he will be giving it. Then we'll be asking whether it is a branded shoe or whether it is not. So he will say that there will be what are the different brands which will be available. That will be a different parameter, a different variable related to the shoes. So he'll be explaining about the different brands which is being available in that. And also about the different ranges of colors. So a number of, so now you will be just imagine, you are just want to go to a shop to purchase a shoe. And when he goes into that, the data that you're looking for is the shoe. And the different characteristics of the data will be explained to you by this person. I am just focusing on the person because that person is very important in data analytics. We will be reframing that person into what type of analytics that he has been doing. So that is why I am projecting that person, the salesman, at each and every time. So now when you entered into the shoe mart, you were having a lot of confusions regarding what is about the data. So this person helped you to give you a clarity about what are the different types of shoes, where it is been displayed, what are the different types of patterns which has been available, what are the brands, what is the pricing, what is the discounts, what are the different colors. So that person has given a clarity regarding the different types of shoes which has been displayed there. So what is your next role there? You will be just analyzing these shoes and will be finding out a pattern from this shoe mart that suits your requirement. The pattern will be, you may be needing a men's shoe, so you'll be filtering out the men's shoe. Then you are looking for a specific brand. Well, probably you are looking for an Adidas shoe, so you'll be filtering out that particular brand. Then if you have got some specialty regarding the color, you need a white shoe like that. So you'll be filtering out that particular shoes brand. So that entire data, you are making analysis in terms of filtrations. You are filtering the shoes in accordance with your choice. And at last, what happens by the end of this process? We'll be filtering the shoes, and obviously you'll be having a set of few shoes from the huge collections which has been available in the mart, and that will be the pattern that you have identified from this shoe mart that fits your taste. So that pattern may contains about 6 to 7 shoes. And the final confirmation about the shoes is regarding which pattern you like the most. So from the personal taste, you will fix one. So that is which has been happening in the shopping process. And then you will be taking this shoe to the counter. That means the salesman will be taking the shoes to the counter. So in that counter, what is happening? They will be checking out whether the parameters listed in the shoes are correct. So that process is been validating. That is, this person has given you a lot of information, and you have selected one shoe, a pair of shoes, and you have given to the counter. So these persons in the counter will be validating what all things which has been displayed, whether it is true or whether there is an error, and he will be confirming it. And after confirmation, you will pay the bill and purchase the shoe. So this is the process that has happened in this data analytical process. That is, finally you reach a set of shoes that suit your requirement and taste, from which you can make the final choice. So that is what has happened in our shopping process. That is, a big set of collection was there. You have gone into the shoes, making some analytics. You are making a lot of filtrations process, and finally you have reached at a collection, and from that collection you have selected one, and that one is been sent for confirmation whether it has been true, and finally you make the deal. So definitely this process that you have done is a real data analytical process. Let me show what is the data here. I told you that each shoe which has been displayed is a piece of data. So now I have just taken 7 shoes from that. I've taken 7 shoes. For example, how these shoes become a data. How can we present this shoe in a data set form? So the first column you could find here is that the ID of each shoes. Sometimes if that shoe mart has got 10,000 shoes displayed, then each shoe will having a shoe ID. Then each shoe will be having different specifications, different attributes. So this shoes is a men's shoe. The second shoe is also a men's shoe. The third shoe is also a women footwear. The fourth one is a men footwear. Fifth one is a woman footwear. Sixth one is a women footwear. And there may be some shoes which could be used either by both men and some chapels which could be used by both men and women. So we can put it as men and women. That is both. It could be used for both. So that is one variable here regarding the shoes. The other is whether it is a sports shoe, or whether it is a formal footwear, or whether it is a casual footwear. So there is a lot of variety regarding the type which has been available. Then there is also another specification regarding the arrival, whether it is a new arrival, whether the shoe is a new arrival, whether it is an existing model, or whether it is an old model like that. So regarding the arrival. Regarding the brand, whether the shoe is which brand that the shoe is belong to. Then the first one is a Puma brand. The second one is a Woodland. The third one is a Red Tape. The fourth one is again a Woodland. Fifth one is Adidas. The sixth one is of a Bata. The seventh one is Reebok. So we got that is details regarding the variety of brands which is been available. So every shoe will be having one specific brand. And regarding the pricing, the first one is been priced at 3,479. The second shoe is priced at 4,345, like that. The different variety of prices are there. And that salesman is been mentioning about the percentage of discounts which has been available. So the first shoe is been having a seasonal discount of 20%. The Woodland shoe has been having 40%. This particular brand of shoe, this particular idea of shoes, this particular third shoe is having a discount of 10%. Likewise, the percentage of discounts which has been available is also a characteristics of that particular data. Then regarding the color, it's a white shoes. The first one is a brown, black, gray, olive, black, white. Likewise, and regarding the size of the shoes, the first one shoe is of size 9, 10, like that. Now you can just see how beautifully that shoes is been converted into a data set. So this will give you an exact picture of how the real-time shoes which is been displayed in a store, a data mart, is being converted into a data set. So this is the first thing that each data analyst should know. That is converting the data points into a data set. And you can just look what is the data set? Here we can have different columns are there. Each columns represent each attribute of the data set. Attribute just means the variable of the data set. And each row represent the data point or objects of the data set. Here we have got 7 rows. That means this gives information about 7 shoes. And if our store contains 10,000 shoes, there will be 10,000 rows which is been available. So this is the data set. So first thing that a data analyst should know is how to convert a scenario of a data instance into a data set. And this format of a data set is known as the structured data set. It is not a tabular column. It is a row and column arrangement where each row signifies an object or a data point, and each column signifies a variable and attribute, or we can call it as an attribute. The variable can be dependent or independent variable. That is at a further stages of analysis. So we have just converted whatever that we have seen in that shoe mart into a data set. And what was data analytics? Data analytics is a process of examining the data set, that means going through each data set in order to draw conclusion, about the information they contain. That is, data analytics is drilling into this data set and extracting whatever thing which we want. So when we are entering into the shoe mart, we have got some goals to purchase a sport shoe which range from such and such. We are having some choice regarding the colors and brands like that. So on the basis of that, extracting things, that is really data analytics do. And you'll be wondering why I am highlighting that salesperson to such a high level. Actually, the salesperson in this scenario, what's the role of the salesperson there? He is the person that brings clarity to the data which has been displayed there. So the role of the salesperson in the shoe mart is to lead you to an investigative level. He gives you a picture about the different data which has been available there. So the role of that particular salesman is that of an exploratory data analyst. I think that is clear. So what that salesman did for you is that he is doing an exploratory data analysis about the data set which has been available there. So exploratory data analysis is to give clarity about the data. What are the variables which is available? What are the variations which has been there in the variable? And when you come into a real-time data analysis, exploratory data analysis gives you about the different variables which has been present in the data set. Data profiling, what are the range or the variation of this variable? What are the descriptive statistics connected to each variables? These are the things which comes under exploratory data analysis. Whether these variables are interconnected, whether these variables are redundant, whether these variables are interconnected, is there any outliers in these variables, whether there is any missing data in these variables. That is exploratory data analysis help you to explore or investigate the data set which you are having with you. So the role of that particular salesman is that of a exploratory data analysis. So we can consider that the exploratory data analysis or EDA process is like a detective who pulls together all evidence, looks for clues, patterns, basis of ingrained intuition and experience, predict something about the case. So that is what exploratory data analysis focuses on. It gives you an idea about to explore what is there in the data set, what a particular salesman has given you. And confirmatory data analysis, that is, if you are just imagining what had happened in our virtual shopping, after selecting of the shoes, we have given the shoes to the counter for validating it. So the confirmative data analysis validates the data, that is, it infers about the data and validates the data. So that is the final, that is exploratory data analysis gives you a data profiling, giving you a details about the data set, and confirmatory analysis gives you that is to infer about the validity of your analysis. So that is confirmatory data analysis. So we can consider the first phase is to explore, and the second phase is to confirm it, validate it, and finalize it as the final output of the analysis. So definitely, if we look into the data analytical process in this way, we can consider the data analysis as exploratory and confirmatory. And there is included a small image here, which shows that data analytics process is a tripolar process. That is, in a process of data analytics, we should have some idea of statistics. Some mathematical statistical concepts is being needed, because statistics, that is only through a statistical analysis we will be getting a clarity regarding the data. What are the nature of the data? If you are using descriptive data analysis, if we are using measures of central tendency, it is just like where the data is been located. If you are using the measures of dispersion, how much data has been scattered. If you're using skewness, whether the data has been skewed to the right or left. Likewise, you are getting clarity about the data through these statistics. And if the data size is very big, if there are terabytes of data, you cannot manually calculate it. It is impossible. So you can use some softwares or some programming language in order to make the calculations and manipulations of data very easy and comfortable. And the third one is the domain. The most interesting part of the data analytics is that data analytics could be connected to any domains. It can be connected to to an agricultural scenario. It can be connected for weather forecasting. It can be connected to tourism industry. It can be connected to health industry. It can be connected to banking scenarios. It can be connected to research-oriented scenarios. And before the 2 slides back, we have connected data analytics for a shopping scenario. So the great part of the data analytics is that we can connect data analytics to any scenario. That is, by connecting data analytics to any scenario, what happens is that data analytics add value to the scenario. By adding value means, if it is a business, it will enhance the business profitability. If it is health industry, it will give more clarity regarding the crucial condition of the health situations, and it gives some predictions so that these health workers should be able to be proactively involved for a better health status of the community. So likewise, wow, to whatever scenario that you are adding or integrating the possibility of data analytics, it will really add value to that particular scenario. And another type of classification of data analytics regarding the level of data analytics. The first basic level of data analytics is that you are studying about a situation and projecting out, this is the real thing, which is at present, which is already happened. So that type of analysis, we call it as descriptive analysis. So descriptive analysis will give you a clear picture about what is the present status. So the type of analysis that we have done in a Schumart is a descriptive analysis. It has given you a clear-cut image on what is present there. So descriptive analysis gives you a clarity regarding what is the present status. So that is descriptive analysis. What has happened at present? The next type level of analysis is diagnostic analysis. What is diagnostic analysis? It is a way of connecting the present status to the past. That is diagnosis. So diagnostic analysis focuses on to establish a cause and effect relationship. So in a diagnostic analysis, that will analyze the present status and what has happened and why it has happened. So diagnostic analysis will give you an answer to the question why it had happened. So why it had happened, the answer to the question why it has happened is being estimated through a cause and effect relationship of the present status with the past. The next level of data analytics gives you the picture about what will happen tomorrow. What will happen tomorrow? So that is something very important, because we know that if I've been mentioning about weather forecast. So in weather forecast, the most important analytics that a weather forecast projects is that what will happen tomorrow or what will happen next week. That is, what is the weather condition for the next day tomorrow, the day after tomorrow. And I think if you just go into a weather forecasting portal, they will for that, and if you give the location, you will be getting what will be the weather conditions for the next complete week. So how they are predicting it? So there they are using predictive analysis, that is taking the data which has been available at present. For predictive analysis, what we need is that we have to build models to predict. And that building model is machine learning. So we are building a model with respect to the data which has been available at present. And on the basis of this data, we'll be predicting what will happen tomorrow. So what will happen tomorrow? Predicting what will happen tomorrow. That is predictive analysis. And what is prescriptive analysis? That is, it gives you some information. What should I do? So suppose the instance which I have mentioned is this weather forecast. In a weather forecast scenario, what was the scenario there for a weather forecast? They will be giving you information regarding whether what will be the weather conditions, whether there will be rainfall, what will be the humidity conditions, what will be the level of radiations which is being available, what will be the maximum temperature. All these things will be forecast. And also they will be giving some suggestions to the farmers that during these seasons, the groundwater level will be less. So you have to make some arrangements for irrigation. Or there is at this next week, since it will be more dry. And if you are not having, if there is no surface water which has been available, then you should not go for this applying manure or fertilizers to your crop, because when you apply fertilizers, there is a need for more water there. So likewise, they are giving not only predictions, but also some suggestions, some prescriptions, what I need to do. And interestingly, since I'm discussing about forecasting in agriculture also, we have got a higher level of forecasting by artificial intelligence. Suppose if the farmers is having some, this crop is having some infected by some virus. So now we have, by application of this artificial intelligence, you just take the photo of the crop and just upload it into the portal. And what they do is that they will make, they will scale that photo and by means of these machine learning algorithms, and they will identify that they will send that photo to the deep learning network, and they will identify what type of viral attack that your this crop is been having, and they will be sending you a reminder that your crop is been infected by such and such a thing. And for this, what you have to do? What are the precautionary measures that you have to do? You have to apply these organic fertilizers or pesticides in such and such manner, like that. They will be giving you suggestions. So beautiful. So just taking a photo, sending it, they will be just analyzing what has happened to that crop and what are the precautionary measures, what are the precautionary measures that you have to take for getting back your crop into a healthy conditions, and how to enhance it likewise. So that is prescriptive analysis. So sometimes these weather forecasts, they will be analyzing about the entire year's this weather, how will be what will be the weather condition throughout the year, and they'll be setting giving some suggestions to the farmers so that they can have strategic planning of the crop. That is, this year is going to be very dry. There will be less rainfall, so it is advisable that if there is no this irrigation system which has been available, you don't go for the rice paddy plantation, because paddy plantations need more water. So you can go with maize. So if the farmer is having about 20 acres of land, he can restrict the paddy plantation to about 1 or 2 acres, and then he can go with the other type of crops which needs lesser water. See how beautiful it is. I just taken one scenario because as I've told in the previous slide, that data analytics and its higher end analytics through machine learning and AI could be integrated to every field, could be every domain. So if I am just taking domain by domain, if I am sitting and analyzing it the entire day, you will not be able to reach anywhere, because every area there is possibility of these data analytics. So we can take this way of analysis. The analysis can happen in these 4 levels. One is what has happened in present, that is through descriptive analysis, and our exploratory data analysis comes at this level. Second is diagnostic data analysis. Diagnostic, that is by some pattern matching algorithms are available for diagnosis. Predictive analysis, some regression algorithms will be available for predicting what will be happen next. And prescriptive analysis, that is we can have a intelligent model, artificial intelligent model, by which we'll be able to guide these stakeholders in the right way through this analytical platform. So definitely this data analytics is going to make miracles into the day-to-day life of every person, irrespective of the domain, because data touches every domain with a high standard of efficiency. That's why data analytics increases, data analytics and machine learning and AI increases value to our environment, whether it is the working environment or whatever domain to which it has been related. So now let us come to the most beautiful part of data analytics, that this is visualization. Data visualization could be considered as the most beautiful part of analysis. Why I say that the most beautiful part of analysis? Because the data set, if it is very huge, if there are terabytes of data, you will not be able to go through this data, that is through each and every columns. So definitely, if you want to comprehend this data into a small picture, that will give you much meaning. So this visualization actually is a role transforming the data into the most beautiful form. That is visualization. Converting the data set into a very beautiful images, so that this data will start speaking to you. Because in the next slide, we'll be just having an use case on how we can make some descriptive analysis with respect to the visualization that we'll be going through in the next slide, so that you can get a very clear idea of how powerful the data visualization means. So you can just go through these slides. This is my favorite part about analytics, that is taking flat, boring data and bringing it to life through visualization. That is the most interesting part of data analytics. Can you just comprehend that? That is taking flat, boring data and bringing it to life. So very beautifully, that statement has been phrased by John 2K. That is data visualization gives life to the data. What happens when it gives life to the data? It will respond. The data through data visualization will start speaking to you what is implicit in the data set. So if the data is a very big data, by a small visualization, the visualizations will speak to you about the patterns, about the insights that the data contain. So that is a visualization. So visualization is a process of converting the data into either different chart or graph or images or maps or analogs, whatever it may be. That is data visualization. And you can just, in the last statement which I have mentioned here, gives you some indications regarding the power of visualization. That is, the human brain can get information 10,000 times faster than from images than from text. So the data set as such is very irregular, very distorted, and it is in a symbolic and textual form. So by looking at the massive data set, you will not be getting anything from that. So when it is been transformed into a visualization, the human brain will be able to comprehend it 10,000 times better. Just imagine 10,000 times better than you can see a data set it in a structured form. So that is the power of visualization. So at an entry level of data analytics, one of the most powerful tool for data analysis is definitely visualization. And from visualizations, you can scale higher and higher into coding, or even higher into machine of model building, and even higher into artificial intelligence. So to begin with, the most potential domain of data analytics is through visualization. And if you are working with in a business scenario, everyone, there is no need to go for this machine learning, because if it is you are from a management background or something like that, for business intelligence, this data visualization, it's a very powerful tool to serve your purpose. So these are some of the popular softwares and language ideal for data analytics. And I think you are all familiar with this. This is a visualization tool, Power BI, one with an yellow. And this is my personal favorite, that is Tableau. Tableau is so simple. It is considered as the grandmaster of visualization. That is the only this competency that you need for Tableau is to drag and drop. It will just get converted into very beautiful format, which speaks about a lot to you. And this is a very wonderful thing, that is Excel. Usually we are much acquainted with this Excel, but we are only using about Excel for some basic calculations. But Excel can be customized in accordance with our requirement in a very better way. And advanced Excel, there are a lot of options, because a person who are actively working with Excel is only using about 10% of its possibilities. And about 90% of the possibility of Excel is unexplored. So if you are utilizing Excel in its full potential, that definitely that will explode like anything and give you the better results. And these two are the programming languages, that is Python. Python is said to be the most comfortable language for data analytics. Both Python could be used for both the web as well as for the data analytics, because for data analytics, Python has got a very large collection of libraries like these Pandas, NumPy, Matplot for these visualization, Matplot for visualization, sklearn for data, this model building, machine learning, data pre-processing, sklearn, TensorFlow for deep learning, that is with the Keras is there, then PyCaret, then Pick, like that. A lot of these libraries are available for that. You can very actively work with the data. And for if your data analytics is more on a statistical line, then R is very comfortable, because R has got a very high potential for higher statistical analysis. So definitely R is also good. And SPSS is also very good software, similar to that of this Excel, because I've done the entire Ph.D. work in SPSS. So that is very comfortable thing to work along with. So now, as I've promised that we will be just making a use case with the Tableau, how how comfortable that Tableau will be able to put the things for you that is how the Tableau will be able to comprehend the things for you in a better way. How visualization, what is the magic of visualizations, and how easy you can get into some critical observations or insights through visualization. So this is the first task that we are just going to do. That is, I will just read it for you, and then we will work it with the Tableau. That is the sports data analysis. I think every one of you will be liking this sporting event, cricket. So we are going to analyze a cricket data set. So data set contains data of one-day international match played from 6th January 2018 to 14th January 2018. That was the data set which I got while I'm searching this website. So this is a 1 year data set from Jan to February. December is there. So this is the details of the one-day international played during the year 2018. And I'm going to analyze the data and obtain the following informations. Let us see what are the following information that I'm going to make. That is, how many cricket matches is played every month. So I just want to make an analysis. Which month the more cricket match has been played? Which ground the most one-day international is played? Which team has maximum win during the season? So which team has maximum win during 2018? Did India won most by playing or chasing? Playing means first taking the batting. Chasing means you are taking the batting second. So did India won most of the matches by opting batting first or chasing? Then team with the number of lost matches. Which team has lost the more matches? The top winning team in each quarter of the year. You want to find which team dominates in each quarter-wise performance. And monthly winning percentage of England and India. You can make it. This is only a sample. You can make analytics in a broader sense. Means just splitting the scenario into fragments and then going into it and putting it together. That's actually analysis. So I'm just just a small demo. I've taken these 7 things to be analyzed from the data set. So now let us go into the data set which has been here. So for this, I'm just changing the screen. So this is the data set which has been available. You can just see the data set. The first column shows that the day on which the match is played, 6th Jan, there was a match. And that, according to this one-day international, that match is 3,946th match of the one-day international. This is only an ID. There is no need for that. Then it has been played by 2 teams, New Zealand and Pakistan. They are the 2 teams that has played that match, and winner of the team is New Zealand. And New Zealand won that team at with 61 runs. And where the game was played is at Wellington. So these are the data which has been available, and these are the things which I have made some pre-processing which I have made. So because there was one of that analytics that I have to make is that whether did India, the maximum win that India has made, whether it is by chasing or opting batting first or playing first. So for that, I have to make some pre-processing of the data which has been essential. So I have already pre-processed it here. You can just see this first one. That is here, New Zealand and Pakistan were the 2 teams who have played. New Zealand has won, and the New Zealand has won by 61 runs. So what does it mean? If New Zealand has won the match by 61 runs, then definitely which team was first batting? Definitely, if it is by runs, New Zealand was the playing team. Okay. And the second one, the match was played on 9th December. New Zealand and Pakistan, again they played. The winner is again New Zealand. That was the second match. That was the second match played with the New Zealand and Pakistan. New Zealand was the winner, and here New Zealand won by 8 wickets. What does it mean? That is, New Zealand was not the first batting team. The New Zealand was the chasing team, and it chased and it won the match. So I have just pre-processed the data and I have segregated it. These are the playing teams. These are the playing teams among the two teams. That is the team that has opted for batting. That is, in the first match, New Zealand has opted for batting. Second match, Pakistan. Third match, UAE. So when New Zealand has opted for batting, then Pakistan will be chasing. When Pakistan will be opted for batting, New Zealand will be chasing. So these columns with the gray, this is what I have pre-processed in this Excel by conditional statement. If such a statement is there, I'm not going into that. And here I found that the playing team has won. So definitely the playing team winner was New Zealand, and playing team loser in the first match there is no playing team loser. And in the first match, Pakistan was the chasing team. Pakistan didn't win. So the chasing team winner, Pakistan was not there. The chasing team loser, Pakistan. So this is what I have pre-processed it and extended the data set. So the second match, Pakistan was the playing team, but Pakistan didn't win. So playing team didn't win. The Pakistan was the loser. The chasing team was New Zealand. Chasing team win. So the chasing team, New Zealand was the winner for the chasing team. Likewise. So I have just made some pre-processing of the data. So just I have just shown you about the data set, the cricket data set. And now we are going to use Tableau. I think probably you will be familiar with this Tableau. For those who are not familiar, the Tableau will be available in two versions. One is a public version, which everyone could download it, and the other is an enterprise version, that is a licensed version. You can have only 15 days trial for a licensed version. So if you are interested in Tableau, first you can work with this public version, and then when you develop some type of skill sets with working with Tableau, then you can go to the this trial version for 15 days, because that will expire in 15 days, because 80% of the functionalities will be same. And for the trial versions, the thing is that in Tableau Public, you will not be able to copy the visualizations and into the document that is being required. So if you want to copy it, if you want to save it, you can save it only in a public repository of the Tableau. But if you're working with the other, you can copy and you can paste it in the documents. And also, if you want to connect it to the database, you can do it with the Tableau, this enterprise version, which has been available for the 15 days trial pack. And if you want to connect Tableau with the R or Python programming also, you can do it with this enterprise version only. For the first level learning, I think Tableau public will be good, because the others will expire. And if you are going for license, it is a little expensive also. So now the Tableau has got 3 frames. The one is when you open the Tableau, you are directly entering into the data connectivity frame. That is, this is where you are going to get connected to Tableau. Then I will be, since it is an Excel file, I am just connecting it to through Excel. One day international matches open. So now what happens is that Excel file will be taken into this Tableau for analysis. So we have this imported the Excel document into Tableau. So you can see the matches, the score. I've just shown you in the Excel format, the team 1, team 2, winning team, the margin by which the team has won, the playing ground, who played first, and who win while playing, and who lost while playing first. All these details has come here. So this is the data connecting page, and we will be going into this analytic frame. And I think we had 7 questions to be answered. The first question was, how many cricket matches are played each that is the how many cricket matches are played during each month of 2018. So here we have the entire data is here, because here the entire data is in this categorical form, and the numerical data is only the number, the count is only the numerical value which has been available here. So you want to find the number of matches played here. You can just take, that is, you can just copy, that is just left click on match date, then drag it and drop it in the column. And the number of counts, since it is here, since the number of count, I have drawn it and pull it here. So here, this gives you the detail regarding the matches played in that year. So it has come to a point about 128 matches has played. But I want the number of matches played in each month from January to December. For that, this is an year-wise statistics. I have to convert it into month. Just convert it into month. So here you could find that in the top here, you can show that a show label is here. So now January, total 23 matches were played. In February, 13 matches. So every day of the January, there is at least one match is there. Then in March, the maximum matches were played in the month of March. And April, in April, there is no matches which has been played. In June, we could find that 6 matches are played. Then in July, about how many matches? About 12 matches were played like that. So this gives you a clear-cut indication on how many matches has been played. Suppose if you want to get it in terms of quarter. In terms of quarter, first quarter, 62 matches were played. In the second quarter, only 6 matches. We found that from April, May, June. In April and May, no matches were played. And this 6 is the contribution of June. And in the third quarter, 36 matches were played. And in the fourth quarter, 24 matches is played. So you got a clear analytics on the number of matches played during the different month of the year. Now I want to find out, because in our data set, it is mentioned that in which ground that match is being played. So if I want to have that analytics, if I want to clear this, I just clear it, and I am taking the ground where the matches is played. I am pulling it into here, and the number of matches which has been played here. So here we will be getting the details regarding the different matches which has been played. If I want to get it, the number of matches played on top of here, I can click that T. So here I could find that maximum number of matches is played. So I want to just eliminate these one matches played locations, isn't it? In this Thiruvananthapuram, one match is played like that. So I want to get the maximum number of matches. So I will just filter it. I will just filter it like here. And I want to get the variation from 2 to 16. Okay. 2 to 16. Now it has been ready. That is the maximum number of matches played. And I want to get which ground that is matches is played. So I have just rotated the ground. So Abu Dhabi ground here. And if I want to arrange it in terms of bigger to smaller, so the maximum ground, the maximum matches has been played in this ground of Harare. Likewise, you can have the details regarding the number of matches and which ground that these matches has been played. So that was our second point of analytics. That is the number of matches is the maximum number of matches is played in which all ground. If you want to get it, in a tabular form, you can put it like this, a tabular form like this, because here we can we can just, because this has been already rotated here, and then put it in tabular form. So you can just get the number of matches with respect to the ground and the number of matches which has been played. So here everything has been very clearly shown. So we have made a two analysis on one, the number of matches which is played on each month and which ground that the number of matches is played. Then which team has the maximum win? That is what we have to make next. So which team that the maximum win? So the winning team, the winners has been taken here, and the count is been taken here. And now you have got a clear clarity on which team has the most winning team in 2018 season. So here you can rotate it. And if you want to get it from an descending order, from top to bottom, okay, the maximum win was being made by the England team has made the maximum win during 2018. The India has got the second most, and the third one is Bangladesh. So again, so we have made three analyses on one on this maximum. Which month the maximum game is played, which location that maximum game has been played, which team has win the match, the maximum has won the match. Now, if you want to have another analysis, that did India win maximum matches by chasing, the maximum matches by chasing or by playing? That is what you have to find for India. So for that, the India is already here. So this is the number of matches which has been played. So for that, I will be taking this to the filter. That is the maximum matches. This is the playing and winning. That is, there are two things can happen. Either batting first. The batting first I have taken it as playing, or chasing. That is the team which has been chasing. So by batting first and winning, that is playing and winning, batting first and winning, I've just drawn into the filter. I've taken OK, and then taking OK, and I've just show that filter here. I'm just commenting all, and I'm just taking away the null value here. And now you can see that what is the status of India. So playing first, the India has won only 4 matches. So by playing first, England has won 8 matches. By playing first, the Bangladesh has won 8 matches. So now let us take one more instance, chasing the total, how many games that the India has won. So I've gone to the another sheet for this, like here, I have taken the winning team, winners into the column, and the winners to the column, and the counts to the rows. And then I am just giving here the number here. And now I am going to make, here I've made a filter like playing team and winning. Now I am going to make a filter that chasing team and winning, chasing team and winning. I just clicked OK. What happened is that I have to show it in filter, and I have to I have to comment it all. And I'm just remove the null value here. Now the statistics is ready here. So now what is the status of India? So India has won most of the matches by chasing, and India has won only 4 matches by that is playing first. So obviously, this is a very crucial analytics regarding the strategy of India. That is, India's maximum win is been happening while the India is more powerful, while these chasing the total. So so you can make an analysis on any of the teams like this. Which team is better in chasing, on which team is better. So we have made another analytics is there. And now, if I want to make another analytics on which is the team which has got maximum losing team in this season, maximum losing team. Here we have analyzed the maximum winning team. Now we can make an analysis on maximum losing team. But for winning team, we have got we have got a specific data set here for winning team. For losing team, we don't have a combined data set. We have only chasing and losing and chasing, playing and losing. Let us build a new data set here on just to bring about the losing team. For this, we can make a calculated field like this. Calculated field, losing team. Losing team. For this, because in the data set here, you can just see that what we have is that the two teams which are playing, that is team 1 which is playing and team 2 which is playing. And we have the winning team. So how can we get the losing team? So we can take the team 1. If team 1 is the winning team, then team 2 is the losing team. If team 2 is not the winning team, definitely team 1 is the losing team. That's the logic that you are going to adopt here. So I am just going to make an if statement here. Going to make an if statement here. Then team 1, I'm just team 1. If team 1 is equal to, if the team 1 is equal to the winning team, if the team 1 is equal to winner, if the team 1 equal to winner, then is team 1 a loser? No. If team 1 is equal to the winner, then the loser is team 2. So this is the conditional statement. If team 1 is the winner, then you are looking for losing team. Team 2 is the loser. Else what? Else team 1 is the loser. If team 1 is not the winner, then else team 1 is the winner. If it is equal to, it is winning team, then team 2 is the loser. And if it is not equal to, team 1 is the winner. And you have to end this by an end statement. So you can add an end here. So the calculation is valid, apply. So here you have made a new data. Before there was only winning team is there. You have made a new data, losing team. And you can pull this losing team here. Pull this losing team and the number of counts. And you can just find out. You can just find out what you have found out. Which team has the maximum loss. So the maximum in the 2018, the maximum losing team, the maximum match is been lost by this Zimbabwe. Likewise, you can make, so just by a drag and drop, you are getting a lot of these. That is, the visualization will speak to you about the scenario that you are looking for. And one more thing that which we could include is that monthly winning percentage of India and England. Monthly winning percentage. So what we have to do is that I'm going to take this to the column and I want to convert it into monthly. Then it is the winning. I want to get the details of the winners. So monthly winners. The statistics is available here, the monthly winners. I want to get the numbers out here. Numbers, so I just take it and put it into the text. So this is the details about the number of winning team. Afghanistan in January, no win. In February, 4 win. In March, 4 win, like that. But I want to get it in percentage. So what I have to do is that take it here, quick table calculations, percentage of total. Okay, so the percentage of winning team. So now I want in this I want to get the percentage of winning for both England as well as the percentage of winning as per India. So I just want to only 2 of them which is been needed. So I just take it to the filter and showing the filter. I want the details of India and England. So this is the statistics. So for England, about throughout 2018, 23% of the win has happened during January, 5% during February, 11% during March. So the maximum winning percentage of this incline was during January. And for India, the maximum winning percentage is during February. So you can just see this is analytics. So the first data set that you were having is about the different matches which has been played during 2018. And taking the data set, we can make a number of analytics like this. And I think this is the power of visualization. That is, you can instantly just take this. I'm just closing this data set. You can just take this data set into any of the softwares. Tableau is a very powerful visualization tool. Just drag and drop. You can get a very clear picture about these informations that they contain. Likewise, one more analytics that we are going to do is that revenue expenditure analysis using Tableau. For this, I have got another data set here that is in Excel also, the super startup expansion data set which has been there. So in this data set is that this is about 150 rows are there, and this data set speaks about that is a supermarket chain which has been operating in different locations, and they have got both old and these new expansions. There are 150 stores of that this chain supermarket which has been functioning in different locations of these US. That is in these different places, Washington, Texas, New York. We are not interested in these locations, but interested in this point of data, that is how much money that they spend for marketing and how much revenue that they generate. Let us quick have a small analysis regarding this. That is, I'll be taking these revenue aspect. I'll be taking these revenue aspect to this market spend to this column, as well as the revenue to these rows. So what happens is that all these 150 stores revenue, as well as these 150 stores marketing expenses will be clubbed together to one point. So I want to get some details. About different stores. For this, I am pulling the stores into the details. So now you could find that this is the status of store number 64. This is the status of store number 147, and these are the status of store of 136. So this scatter plot will give you details about the performance of the different store. Here, for example, the store number 136, they have spent this much of amount. This much, that is an amount nearer to $2,000 K for these $2,000 for marketing, and they got only $20,000 K revenue. See this one, they have spent about 4,000 for market expense, and they have got only the same. Store number 63, they have got only the same $20,000 as revenue. See this one, they have only spent about 2,500, nearly about 2,400 for market spending, and they got nearly about 70,000 K dollars, 70,000 K dollars. So we can have a clear-cut picture about the performance of these stores. So suppose if you want to get a picture on how these stores are functioning, we can have an analytics like this. We can have an analytics like this cluster. I want to cluster this into 3. So the Tableau will be using these KN neighborhood algorithms behind, and it will be directly creating the cluster. So here the entire stores has been divided into 3 clusters. The one with the blue is the top performing stores. The one with this magenta will be the moderate performing stores, and one with the orange. One with this orange will be the low performing stores. So here we could identify, and if you want to find what is the status of the new stores, the new expansion. What is the status of the new expansion? Because here we have got from 150 stores, about 140 stores are of older stores, and 10 stores are of new expansions. So let me put it to the filter, and let me take that filter to this, and let me see here the new expansions. There are in the new expansion category, there are these 10 stores are available. Let me the store ID into this label. Store ID into this label. The store number 149. From store number 141 to store number 150 are new expansions. And out of this, store number 149 is a very, it becomes to what cluster? This one. Cluster 3, that is a low performing cluster. That is among the new stores. 149 is a low performing store. This 146, 50, 48 and 45 are the moderate performing stores, and high performing stores are 147, 150. So you can just make a, that is, you have built a cluster model like this, and you are predicting what is the status of the new expansions. So here we are going a little more higher. We are applying algorithms. We have built the clusters model, and then we are predicting about the status of the new expansion stores like this. So I am just bringing all of them together, and I will just show some more analytics. I want to have as a trend line like here. So what does this mean? Here, this is the market that amount that they spend for marketing, and this is the revenue. So what does this mean? For the first high performing stores, that is when more amount is spent for marketing, the result is been gradually coming down. So what does that indicate? This is a new insight which you are giving to these management. That is for the top performing stores, they are ideally efficient. There is no need for additional promotions. If you are adding more to the promotion, that do not add much to the revenue. So here they are having a small gradual hike. So there is no need to have a very high increase in market promotions, because there is only a low scale of increasing in this revenue. And with respect to the third category, it goes nearly horizontal. So there is whatever amount that you are spending, there is no need to increase or decrease, go as usual like that. So these are the power of analytics that you can include through this. So we have just gone through two use cases. One is an analytics of the matches, one-day matches of cricket, and the other is an analytics on the expenditure and revenue analysis of the different stores, which has been run by a supply chain, a market chain, which has been operating in US. So definitely going into the benefits of data analytics in business organization, because in the first slides we have just gone through that data analytics, machine learning and AI could be integrated to any domain. So if I am going and adding each slide to any domain, there will be about a big number of slides. I've just taken only one. What is the benefit of data analytics in business analytics is that definitely it will increase the revenue, because recently that Amazon has given a report that by integrating the product recommendation algorithms into the Amazon website, they have increased the revenue by 40%. So definitely the analytics will add value to the business, and that will increase the profitability of the company, revenue of the company. Then operational efficiency. The analytics will give you a clear picture on what is the productive and what is the wasteful income. That is in the previous slide, which we have shown that the trend has shown that for the first category, there is no need to increase the promotional expense because they are already potential. So they can operational efficiency could be increased and decrease the wasteful effort and money which could be spent, and it can optimize the market campaign. That is, you can just make sentimental analysis, understand the customer, and adopt the strategies accordingly. So optimization of the campaign and strategies and optimization group to which the campaign has to be made. All these things could be very effectively done by data analytics. So for business, data analytics is the business intelligence. That is, for the business, the most important thing is decision making. And if you're making the right decision at the right time, that will definitely add value to your business. Then enhance customer service. That is something very important in a business scenario. That is the feedback of the customers. So through sentimental analysis, understand the customer's requirement. That is, the data analytics will give you a 360-degree analysis about the customers, not only what they're buying, what is the spending capacity, what is the revenue, all these things could be analyzed through data analytics, and you can have a better customer experiences through your business platform. Then responding to the market trends, provide better service than the competitors, because in business, definitely the competitors is one of the biggest challenge. So business analytics will give you about what the competitors are giving and what you have to give it, how you can find a space in the business. All these things are very important. The planning and decision making, that is what I've told. That is, decision making is something that define you. What you are today is the product of some decisions that you made at some points of your life. Really, the same thing. If it is in a business scenario, or what is the status of business, that again will depend upon some strategic planning and decisions that these stakeholders have made at a different point of time will define the business status and level and boost the business. Ultimately, these data analytics will boost the business performance. So this is only one use case of the business scenario. How likewise, the most potentially used is this analytics is used in a health industry, because in these pandemic situations, the data analytics is one of the most important domain by which the health industries and the workers we've been working with to predict what is the level by which this pandemic has been spreading, what are the precautionary measures that we have to take, and how we have to develop the researches for development of these vaccinations, and to what level of this accuracy or what level of efficiency that this vaccination performs. All these things are the byproduct of all these data analytics. And coming to the role of the data scientist, because if you take the data analytical pipeline, the data analytics should begin with what is for extraction of data, then cleaning of data, then exploratory analysis of data, then storing the data in the data warehouses, then analyzing the data, getting out the insights and presenting it in the form of reports. So this is the entire pipeline of the data analytics. So determining the data goals, extracting the data, data cleaning and data pre-processing, analyzing, pinpointing the trends, and creating reports. These are the different responsibilities of a data analyst. And I think at this point of time, I'm just going to play a video for you. You can just see, just to bring some thoughts on what's the difference between a data analyst and a data scientist. You can just see this video. I think this video has been taken from a WhatsApp message that I've got. That is how this man, Eric, he is a firefighter in Denmark, and how he got into the shoes of a data scientist. He received a phone call. He heard the sound of a woman asking for help. Help me, I cannot stand up. That was, don't worry, ma'am. That means that was his response. We will come right away. Where are you? I don't know, she asked. She said in a very feeble voice. What's your address, Eric? I don't know. That is, the data is not complete. Can you tell me your name, Eric played it. I can't remember why. I can't remember. I think I was hit on the back. Maybe that lady has fallen down and something. She had got a stroke on its back. Maybe. So the data is not sufficient. He's not been able to locate it. Eric returned the caller and asked, "Can you check the contact on your phone?" Just to get some tip of the data. Maybe your home number is saved. No, there are no numbers saved. What am I going to do? Please come quickly, the woman says, because the woman has been draining out. She's been fighting with life. See, then he was been asking him, what you can see outside around you. Then the woman says that, I see a window, that is the window of a room. And he asked, what's the shape? It's a rectangular window. The woman replied like. So this narrowed her location down. Conceptually, she has been in some location. Then he told that, try not to move and keep the room light. So he has given intimation that don't off the light of your room. The Eric heard no response other than labored breathing. That means she's been draining out and she's been battling with life. She cannot speak. She is very feeble. But her phone is not cut. It is still working. So now he has discussed with his higher officers and asked to deploy some fire trucks into all the streets. So at the moment, 15 fire trucks have been dispatched in the different locations of the street. And Eric remained on the phone of the injured woman. So this was a very critical state. She could no longer answer. She is so feeble, has become no. The moment he was waiting for just in 5 minutes later, he could hear a siren through the telephone. Oh, what a good idea. He heard the siren of one of the fire truck that he have deployed. He commanded each fire truck to offer. One by one, he still heard the siren blaring right up until the truck 12 was closest to her door. So he identified that particular truck which is been closer to her door. He told the truck driver to return to siren back. So he identified the siren, the maximum sound of the siren was near the particular building. And in that building, all the windows of the apartments are rectangular. So he suddenly asked to instruct the people of that particular flat to switch off the light. So that is been, message is been. So please turn off the light to help. So what happens is that all the residents in that particular building have switched off that light except that one. And that one is that of that particular lady who is battling with life. And this person has gone into that particular space and saved that lady. Just see the scenario here. Here we could find that the person Eric was in the role of a data scientist. You can just analyze that mission. The goal of the mission is to reach the old lady and save her life. The data available, an unidentified call from the victim who just a landmark that the room has a rectangular window and the light of the room is on and the old street burning outside. The obstacle, insufficient data to identify the destination. The new method design, 15 fire trucks with sounding siren were dispatched through the various routes. Critical data found. Here's the siren of one of the truck through the telephone. Confirmatory analysis. Communicate to the fire truck to stop and keep the siren off and ask them to sound the siren one by one. The truck near the victim is identified. Then identification of the location. Ask the truck to pass through the street and ask to stop where the sound of the siren is most loud, and identifies the residential complex with rectangular windows. So he asked that siren, that truck to gradually, slowly go through the street and identify at which point where the siren sound is maximum. And he identified that particular apartment where these siren sound is maximum, and we found that the entire windows of that apartment is having rectangular. So the now new constraint, hundreds of windows in the complex where of the light for some time, and now only one window with the light is still burning. The mission accomplished and the lady is saved. So this is the difference between a data analyst and a data scientist. The data analyst just examines the data which is there in hand and pulls out the information to the stakeholders. The data scientist, they have to go an extra mile. That is, they want to identify the incomplete data. They have to identify how they can get into the data. They have to identify new strategies where the plan has to be developed. They have to reach the particular point, and then they have to develop new models and then reach it. So definitely data scientists have to go an extra mile than that of a data analyst. So these are specifically on the different role of a data analyst and a data scientist. So the data scientist should be able to understand about the correctness of the data, about the appropriateness of the data, validation of the data, the suitability of the model to how well. So that is a higher profile than that of a data scientist. Data scientist works with the available data, takes that algorithms, and then they can make some analysis and interpretations and reports and interacting with the stakeholders like that. And coming to the data analytical pipeline, I think to begin with, you can have, it is always better to begin with a preliminary courses on data analytics, where with IPSR, they are giving a task-oriented roadmap to the basic data analytics, where the real scenarios of data pre-processing, analytics, and report writing has been developed. And here they are working with the Excel and Tableau, and a professional level data analytics where more exposure into the database management, the Power BI, and the other visualization tools will be added on to. And then you can, if you're interested with coding, you can have Python for data analytics, which will be very better. That you will be learning about the data structures, about the conditional statements, about the class inheritance, all these things, the basic things which is essential for data analytics. And then you will be learning with different libraries for NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, all these libraries will be dealt with at this level, and then you can apply that for pre-processing of data, because pre-processing is one stage of analysis which is most complicated. That is, if you ask a data scientist or data analyst, that 80% of the work will be that of a pre-processing. And then next level, you can enter into the shoes of a machine learning engineer, where you will be building up different models for predictions and analysis. And the next level, you can have a little more higher. Here you will be dealing with the classical machine learning models like classification and prediction models like that. And here for deep learning, you will be learning with different architecture, deep learning architecture, computer visions, neural networks, all these things. And at a higher level of AI, you will be really working with many scenarios where artificial intelligence architecture will be operating. And deep learning will be a subset of artificial intelligence, which has been used for correctness of making learning of the data and correcting the data. And for AI, you'll be working with chatbots, recommendation models, then comprehension through these natural language processing, computer visions, image recognition models. Likewise, a lot of scenarios you will be learning at AI. And I think for a data analytical as well as a machine learning roadmap, I think you can have an analysis or learning in this way. So I think we have just taken about 5 to 6, 7 minutes additional because we have taken little more time when we have gone through our demo sections, because that itself, that's something real-time experience which is very essential. That's why I spent some time more there. So this is what we were trying to share with you. So I think we can conclude these formal sections